Julia here with Sirius Dallas Moon. This is Sol. Our sun is 2 degrees Pisces. Midheaven ruled by Venus and ascendant ruled by the sun. And this is Sol, our 8th house stellium. And what I feel in the aftermath of the Epstein list and the spiritual warfare involved, or MK often operations involved, which is the use of dark occult and technology interfaces with dark occult. Um, I feel that there is a strong calling for ritual abuse informed magical practices, healing practices, astrological practices, hand in hand with a context of zero rape, zero slavery, which basically means zero ritual abuse um, practices. From the foundation, it is a grand missing. Together with a love that is actually loving, which is where the basis for all healing. The thing with ritual abuse is that it works on trying to break the everythingness, including any possible modalities of healing for a person, so that a person will be in the control of and not sovereign. What do we say to people that are undergoing or have been through this? It's not just a spirit or emotion level, it's a survival level. It's where do they live, and everything is all bundled up together. And the fact that it's not that we have this safe space, not not in terms of housing for most people, even not in terms of a healing space that actually supports the sovereign, where every single modality collapsed by design to make them feel completely helpless and not able to be sovereign in their recovery, while judging them for needing to genuinely, if I think about the children that were kidnapped, let's say, by Detru's estate, they couldn't save themselves. Most of them died, quite torturously even. What do we say when all healing modalities absolutely collapse? Because the people we would meet have basically, or even us, have basically already tried that. And what ground is there for any consultation profession when when this question is not being addressed? Because what we are dealing with is an attack to collapse any form of healing unless it is under coercive control. And what a lot of practitioners may find is that all that they try to do with the patient collapses or is in continuous state of collapse. Definitely everything that was Epstein and MK, often MK Ultra affiliated, comes to the surface. Whether it's practitioners that um, had been participating in targeting and trafficking individuals using dark occult. And again, I'm not here to be, it's not about judging, um, because obviously people that weren't severely tortured would probably have better risk management than to go for that. And if they went for that, they probably were coming from or even were handled by these type of cloning farms and their related lineages. So the difference between ritual abuse and other trauma states is that with trauma states something was frail and broken, and there can be a sense of returning to the sense of self. Ritual abuse works on collapsing all of those methods and placing them such that only by the control of the basically handler that's misguised and as practitioner will the person has basically a trauma bond instead of being ushered to secure attachment, and the annihilation of the practitioners that are not cooperating with that ritual abuse agenda. There is also a dehousing agenda, a trafficking agenda. And how do we even begin to tackle that? Where that has been collapsing in various forms. Now, on a vocational level, of course, this is something that has been also preventing people from making an income. Um, and making the trust in forming any trust-based relations nearly impossible, because any modality that anybody would work with is basically okay, subjected to be used as a bait at the creation of trauma bond. So we're dealing with people that they don't have the means to not even pay, and and the situation that is on a fundamental level, every single thing that we would tell them has been collapsed by the experience of ritual abuse that they have been undergoing. And usually those people exactly are the ones that need that the healing the most, and they will test those who they will, it's not that they will do it consciously, is that they would need to see something working when everything collapsed, not because they haven't tried different things and not because those things didn't work, but because there was something that was purposefully and by design collapsing and preventing them from ever having access to healing. Or even access to euthanasia, which in this case would be basically a societal murder. And knowing that when we cannot help those, then oh, that group also. And when we cannot help that group, then that group also. And all those who participated in rituals, that begins to really come to the surface. Because the foundation has collapsed.